And it was then that you started working on the worm puppets?
I forget which year it was, but Randall Metz at Fairyland had asked the guild specifically for some caterpillar puppets. And I should have asked more questions. I didn't, but I was like, oh, I could probably figure something out. And I had a bunch of foam that was the wrong size. It was the 1 inch thick, which I couldn't really form into puppet heads with the 1 inch thick foam. So I just sliced it up and created these little foam puppets on 2 sticks. And I made about 100 of them. We took them to Fairyland. We colored them with chalk. And that was the make and take project. And then the Swazzle Puppets team, Sean and Patrick, I forget which one of them was, but they had their kids with them, and their kid had been going around the whole park making their little caterpillar puppet crawl on all of the different statues and all the different things. And they posted it on Instagram, I believe, and it took off. And they're like, where can I get one? Where can I get one? That was all the comments. And I go, oh my goodness, this was just like my throwaway pile of foam that I wasn't sure how I was ever going to use. And I just created these things, and it was, fairly quick to do. So I said, all right, well, let's see what happens. And I made some more, and I posted them. I think I made 30 that time. They were gone instantly. So then I had them in my classroom, and I said, well, let's see how I can use them in my classroom, because that's usually my testing grounds for all my puppet projects. And I had 2 of my students play fighting with the caterpillars. And I had made them look like scientifically accurate caterpillars. So it was a hornworm and a swallowtail caterpillar. And they were fighting with these. I posted it with the audio of the office where they're doing parkour. And that took off. That was like a viral video. And all of a sudden, all of my comments were also, where can I get one? Where can I get one? Where can I get one? So I spent, I don't know, like the next 3 months just making puppets, making little caterpillar puppets, hornworm puppets, swallowtail puppets. Eventually, because I was cranking out so many, I just made blank ones. Just blank puppets, color them yourself. I don't have time, basically. And those did really well as well. So that was a good couple grand that I made off of just those worms.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it shows you kind of the power of putting your stuff out on the internet, because, if that hadn't gone out there, you wouldn't have made it a couple grand.
Absolutely. And then people always ask me too, like, aren't you afraid that they're going to take your idea and do it? And I'm like, I want them to. I will put a tutorial video on how I make the puppets, and they'll still be like, oh, can you send me one? I'll buy one from you. I don't have the tools. I don't have the skills. I don't have the patience. I don't have the time. For whatever reason, they'll still come to you, because, they know now that you're the source of those puppets or of that craft or that object. So even sharing it as much, and again, because I've always worked on such a limited budget from back in my high school days with that $30 budget for the play, to now running my homeschool program and putting on all kinds of productions and things with the kids on such a small budget, I want it accessible to as many people as possible. So if I can teach you how to do it and you can do it on your own, you're either going to trade money for it or you're going to trade time for it. But I'm going to make it available to you, because why not?